The earliest thinker whose ideas come down to us about influence and persuasion, certainly in the Western tradition, was Aristotle. And Aristotle tells us that we need three things to build a compelling and persuasive argument. These are ethos, logos, and pathos. Or in English, character, reason, and emotion. If you want to appeal to somebody properly and build a fully persuasive argument, you need to appeal to their gut, to their head, and to their heart. There's a strong argument to suggest that in building a persuasive argument, the right order to deliver the components of your argument are ethos, logos, pathos, character, reason, and then emotion. So let's look at them in that order. And we'll start with ethos or character, an appeal to gut instinct. How does it work? Before you even start to build your persuasive argument, the other person needs to trust you. They need to trust who you are and that your argument is likely to be worth listening to. Therefore, you can't persuade anybody of anything until you demonstrate your character. Ethos answers the question, why should I trust you? It appeals to our instinct, to our gut. We'll have a number of videos all about ethos. So here I want to summarize the sort of things that ethos is composed of. It's about character, personality, integrity, authority, gravitas, impact, charisma, liking, optimism, confidence, and style. Therefore, we demonstrate our ethos through a number of routes. These include things like courtesy and politeness, respect and consideration, clarity, openness, candor, consistency. By being congruent between the things we say and the things we do, and by smiling to show that we're friendly. And importantly, by making sure that we demonstrate that we understand your situation, even that I am just like you and share many of your concerns. As I said, I'll have a number of videos specifically about elements of ethos, but you'll also find a lot of good content in our video series about personal impact. It's a playlist on YouTube and it is a complete course in itself. Aristotle's second element was logos, or reason, an appeal to the head. The second part of your persuasive argument must bring forward the right facts, the right evidence, in a reasoned and rational way. Reason and logic alone are rarely enough to persuade, but if you try to persuade without good reasons, then you are merely trying to manipulate. Also, even if people make up their mind based largely on emotion and possibly a sense of trusting you, they will use the reasons that you give them to justify their conclusions, both to themselves and to the people around them. So, when you're using logos, your argument will include things like data, facts and evidence, analysis and reasoning, logic and rigor. The final element of influence and persuasion is pathos, or emotion, appeal to our heart. Pathos is about appealing to emotions and values. It's what gives our logical, reasoned argument real power. It's what makes people want to act. And the way we generate real pathos, real emotion, is to use stories to conjure up those feelings and that sense of being immersed in the argument and the decision. Because while statistics convey logos, stories convey Pathos. Stories are about people, and charities know that to persuade us to donate our money or our time to a cause, we need to know how important it is. We need to see the statistics, but it's the human stories about one individual or one family that really move us to get involved and to make a commitment. And when we tell our stories to evoke pathos, there are a number of emotions we can appeal to. Emotions like fear, duty and loyalty, pleasure and desire, love and compassion, and our sense of fairness and justice. Aristotle is hardly news. This is not leading edge. But there's a reason this is so important, because Aristotle understood what made human beings tick. His recognition that we need to deploy all three of ethos, logos, and pathos is fundamental. And it is the bedrock for everything we still understand about the process of persuasion and influence. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you've learned from it, because I'll be creating loads more great management courses content for you, and I want the YouTube algorithm to know that you enjoy it. Please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of that content. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. So in the meantime, keep learning.